we have Johanna Wroe. So get your stamping feet ready, your whooping arms on the go, and stretch your vocal cords. And please welcome to the stage, Johanna Wroe.
Give us a cheeky local. Oh, give us a cheeky not local. I'm from Glossop. That's a rural place. When you tell people you're from Glossop, they assume you're inbred. And I say there's nothing wrong with having 6 fingers, because I don't know about you, but I find I've always got room for an extra finger. I'm actually a Salford girl, which makes me really special in more ways than one, which is why I'm on permanent medication. I separated last year. And no, I'm alright, clearly I wasn't too upset to eat. And despite it being me throwing out the miserable, controlling, alcoholic bastard, I miss him. No, I do, I miss him on special days, you know, like bin day. And it gets me, when I look at that big, empty, king-size bed, it gets me right here, because I have to change it on my own now. So, but despite me thinking he's still a fucktard, I abide him for the sake of the children. All I would like to say is that they sell voodoo dolls in B&M bargains. So I bought my own house, and you know, house magazines that have got like wooden floors and white walls, and that's kind of like the Photoshop of interior design, isn't it? Because it's not like that in reality at all. My wooden floor creates its own balls of fluff that roll across the floor. I call them tumble fluff, and I tend to be tooled up with my Hoover attachment like a Ghostbuster, just zapping them up. I have to clean my bathroom so often. I've got one of them sheets up now, like they have in Tesco's toilets, that say last check by. And we used to laugh, didn't we, at the decor in the 60s and 70s, but oh my god, that was the real feminist revolution then. Because patterned Axminster carpet, can't see a fucking thing on that, can you? I wouldn't have to move that for weeks. So I've decided I'm going to go vintage with my house. Not to be trendy or retro, just to relieve the burden. Because there's something that I cannot not do, right? I swear there's a portal in my house into my kitchen where people come and randomly drop dirty pots and clothes. Right? I spend so often knelt in front of my washer, there's like a hole, a groove in front of it, which is quite hard because it's a quarry tile floor, it's some going like that, and I'm like this, washing in, washing out, washing in, washing out, which I'm sure just fucking wash this, washing. And I just forgot what I was going to say, and I decided I was going to wash the bed in, and I thought I'd do the duvets, I stood in front of the washer with the duvet, and I looked at the size of the duvet, and I looked at the size of the washer, and I looked at the size of the duvet. I thought, fuck it, I'm going to try it. So I was like this, pushing it in, and it slid in quite easily, when suddenly I thought, this must be what fisting's like. That you think that's never going to go in, then you find yourself up to your elbow. I end up doing loads of washing because my daughter does this at her wardrobe, clothes out, up against it in the wash. I've got to change that, but I do have a great time with my children. Please don't call social services. And we have some brilliant conversations, right? We were at tea the other night, and pubic hair came up. Not like a fluff ball or anything. Although, I would say, with age comes whiskers, watch out girls. And my daughter, 9, said, oh, I didn't realise girls had pubes, Mum. And I said, oh yeah. I said, we have to tend to our lady gardens. At which point, my boy, 12, said, Brazilian, eh, Mum? And I went, you are? And he went, you know, all off. At that point, I didn't find out where he got that snippet of information. I went, I think you'll find that's the Hollywood, son. A bit later on, he was telling me about Judaism and how at school they'd had to do Jewish traits, and he said, so I talked about Yom Kippur and Hanukkah. And I said, did you mention circumcision? And he went, no, I forgot about that. And my daughter went, Mum, can girls be? And I went inside, no! And she went, Jews. Whoa, God, that got me out of that one. This being the same little girl who, when they did body parts at school, would say vagina out loud, but not penis because, quote, she didn't want 25 people to know she had that word in her mouth. A predilection that I don't appear to have been burdened with. You've been a lovely audience. I've been Johanna Wroe. Thank you and good night.